Alright guys, sitrep is, we are in the Italian 1.3 Premium Marcolin C.R.42. Map's counteroffensive, doing an air realistic against Great Britain, Germany, USSR, Japan, and France. Frickin' brought everybody. I don't usually go after bombers to start a match. I like to get the altitude advantage, but if they're willing to stay up high enough, I will go ahead and take some shots at him. Potez is diving a little too much for my taste, so we're not going to chase him. Let's head back towards their spawn. It's been climbing with our weapon about 130 miles per hour. We're going to get back to that. You don't have to be shy about the whip on this plane. It takes a while to burn the engine up. So things to know about CR42. It's a biplane, so you can out-turn most of the monoplanes, almost all of them. But it's a little bit heavier than the reserve biplanes. So like the Key 10, the I-15, those guys are going to out-turn us all day long. We've got 250 cals on here. They just have 230 cals for the Key, and I think the I-15 has 4 of them. But anyways, we're still heavier, so we're not going to turn quite as well. But yeah, those 50 cals at 1.3 are freaking awesome. Not the fastest fire rate, but when they hit, I mean, you're tearing wings off and setting guys on fire, with pretty much all your hits. So if you can figure out how to get the guns on them, you'll do really good. So because we're in air realistic, we want to basically establish superiority at high altitude and then kind of work our way down. Luckily, those guys look like they want to chase our B-18, which means they're diving a little bit. That's going to allow us to have an energy advantage over them when we finally meet. Just taking a look around, make sure I'm not missing anything. So far, so good. Alright, so pretty much their whole team's gone low at this point. I'm going to take the WEP off because we don't need it right now. We're going to start diving in here pretty soon. See what this HE-51's doing. He doesn't seem to care, and he's all alone, so let's get after him first. Just going to dive straight down on him. And wait to fire until he kind of maneuvers or lets us get real close, which he's doing right now. Alright, good hits. Took half a wing off. Ain't going to be around long. Let's put the wet back on. Let's turn our speed back into altitude and head back over to where the furball is. I think he's death spiraling at this point. Yep, he's done. So, we do have some AI planes next to us that we could shoot at, but I don't like wasting my time with them unless we're out of opponents to shoot at. So we'll just let them go by. Head over here to their furball. So typically you don't want to go against 5 or 6 other planes, but you have this much of a energy advantage. You can do it and be successful. You just got to be smart about not getting down there and doing any turn fighting with them. You just need to try and drag them up, take some shots, and then climb your way out of it after you've done that. So HE-112 here, let's see if we can get some shots into him. He's focused on a teammate, that's great. And like I said, HE-51's going to chase, but we've got that energy advantage, so just go ahead and keep him climbing, make him lose all his energy, and then get down there and shoot shit at him. Like so. Death spiral for him, he's done. Let's see where our next target's at. I'm not seeing any of them. There are a few left on their team, but okay, F1M's there. I also saw the HS-23 kind of heading towards their base, so at this point, oh, the F1M's coming towards. Alright, we'll do that. He's a light biplane, I think he's a float plane. I'm not big on the guns for him, so I'm happy to go head on with him. Looking a little lopsided there. Let's power these 50 cals. See if he's going to pull out of it or if we need to chase him. Nope, death spiral, he's done. Alright, so at this point I'm going to take the WEP off. We're just going to get after any ground targets that we can do some damage to. HS-123 is coming back in, it looks like. Let's go ahead and give him a run for his money. Let's hope he straps some bombs on. Because if he did, he's going to have trouble maneuvering with us. If he doesn't have the bombs on, he can definitely turn with us, so we got to be careful. He also has the energy advantage right now, so let's just nose down a little bit and get our speed up. See what he wants to do. I imagine he's going to try and turn fight us. Yep. So, getting underneath his guns, first thing we want to do. And then just make sure you don't put yourself in front of him. We're both stalled out now. I'm going to rudder over to try and get my stall out of my stall a little bit quicker. See if we can get guns on him here. Yep, that ought to do it. Alright, he's on his way down. Let's go ahead and look for some ground targets again. AA there, we got 452 rounds left, so a little too high on my approach for the AA. They're going to shoot at us, but I wasn't able to get down soon enough. Do this without hitting the ground too hard. Alright, that'll do it. Alright, so fun running the C.R.42. I mean, it's a great little plane. If there wasn't one for free in the regular lineup that's exactly the same, other than this one gets a little more research points, I'd say buy it, but I don't think it's worth it. You can get the same plane for free, save your money for Tier 3 and all that. Also, guys, if you can, hit a like on the video, and if you haven't subscribed, do it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to answer them, and it helps out the channel. So let's see how we did. First place in the team, ended up with 5 air kills and 5 little AAs that we got there, and we got Survivor. So most kills and didn't die. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. America!
Fuck yeah! To say this fucking day, yeah!
Beautiful.